Hello, this is Longest Day. We're looking at GT versus Duke 2015. It was a tough game. I'm very proud at the way our guys fought to the very, very end. They didn't give up. We were in the game up until the last 2 minutes. Even with the things that happened on special teams, our defense came through, played really hard, and our offense pushed to the very end. So I want to start here in the second quarter. The first quarter had some things going on. We were having some difficulties blocking on the edge and difficulties blocking in the offensive line. But I figured these two series give you a little glimpse of what was going good and what was going bad. So we'll go ahead and start here. 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. Used to seeing this, and you can see look what this Mike linebacker is going to do right here. He's going to try to come through the gap. So they've been trying, all 3 of these guys at different times to jump the gaps. So he's going to try to jump the snap there. Ends up going to be a pass play though. So right there, if you look right here, we have a great block. Marcus Allen doing a great job right there. If you watch the safeties are coming up hard. Both of them are coming up, so it's going to be man-on-man right there. And since it's man-on-man, we throw it just a little underthrow, so the guy comes back, catches the ball. Great job by June, gets us down to the 40-yard line. Going to keep on going here, and this is going to be a counter option. So counter option, what you want to see is these linebackers going the wrong direction. If you look, they're really not going in the wrong direction, so they're not biting on the counter at all. Next thing with the counter, you got this guard right here. He's got to block this end, and he does a good job right there. Trey Braun just puts him on the ground. Next thing, we got to block this Mike linebacker, but if you look, our tackle right here is getting jammed pretty hard to the inside. This guy's just able to get to the outside quicker. This is your option man. JT's going to turn downhill and attack him pretty hard, and he does. That keeps him on the inside. It allows Snotty to be on the outside on the pitch right there. Couple of things going on. We need this wide receiver to block this safety. So not quite effective at it, but we're able to push him to the inside. And then we've got to block this cornerback. And of course, we aren't quite effective at that either, but we do still have a seam. We're able to make about 5 yards. All right, so counter option, they're not biting. So let's see what happens here. We have this guy going to jump the gap right here. Let's see how well he times the snap. And we're able to, if you watch Brian Chamberlain, he's able to do a good job of putting him on the ground. Great job right there by Brian. Next, we're going to do a block right here. Again, Marcus Allen doing a great job on the block. And so this little looks like a speed option, or possibly a power option, I guess you would call it. More of a power option, because you're just, you're putting all your blockers out here. And speed option, normally, I guess what I would call is if you're going to option to the beat back. So we get a good block there. We've got a good block going on here. Next block to watch is this wide receiver is going to come inside for the safety, and he's able to push him on the inside. And the A-back going to block this cornerback, pushes on the outside. Clinton Lynch, or no, I'm sorry, Marshall. This is Taquan Marshall. Does a good job of running the ball there. Hope he's okay. Looked a little banged up as he ran off there. All right, 1st and 10. We got our normal defensive setup we're used to looking at. Go ahead and do this. And if you watch, this guy shoots the gap, times his snap almost perfectly, gets in there. So what's supposed to happen is this guy right here, this tackle would come in and stop this. But I just think it's just so close to the snap. So we haven't snapped the ball. He hasn't stepped up. And he's just going to time it real good. So this guy is not able to come in and get this guy. So, and what happens? He hits the mesh. When he's hitting the mesh, he's knocking the ball out. Ball comes out. JT does a terrific job getting the ball back. So we're behind. We're at 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. So this is going to be a pass play. So good play action right here. It's going to be a pass play. We pick up the guy right here. Now I see this a lot on this play action pass. I don't know when he's supposed to blitz in, but it's a delayed blitz right here. And JT does a little Houdini move right there, avoids him, does a great job, throws it, and it's just not quite fast enough to get there before the defender can break on the ball and knock it down. So now we're 3rd and 12. All right. So this one is 3rd and long is hard for anybody. So we're going to go out here. We're just going to snap the ball, and it's just going to be a QB draw right here. And what happens a lot on our 3rd and longs, they usually leave a spy out here. Look, see the spy right here, and he's just going to come in and keep JT from getting to the outside. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get to the next series, and we'll walk that series on down the field and make a touchdown. All right. Kind of past where the series started. Let's see here. Yep. You want to see it all. You don't want to get it midway. I just want to show you this guy right here is definitely, look at that. It's pulling the heck out of his shoulder pad right there. And why that didn't get called, I have no clue. All right, so this is this counter option trap play. And we'll see right here, we're going to seal to the inside. Seal to the inside right here. He's going to seal this guy to the inside. This tackle is supposed to get through, and he gets to the Mike linebacker, and he's going to push him out. That's what he wants to do. He wants to take him out of the play. Then you got this pulling guard right here who's supposed to kick the defensive end out. And in this case, he's riding the shoulder right there, so he can't quite do it. But since he's going in so hard, he's not able to get him. And so we just have his little alley we're supposed to run through right here. He runs through the alley, does a great job. We make 9 yards. All right. This next play, 2nd 2, play action right there. Play action pass. So let's watch the safety. This safety is definitely running up. This safety's running over though. But since the safety's running up, we're able to get by him. Does a great job. Clinton Lynch, the great catch right there. And we get on down the field. All right. 4 on the line. No one's shooting any gaps. And this is going to be that QB counter that we've seen earlier in the game, which did very well. But in this particular one, we're getting jammed on the line, so we're not able to get to the Mike linebacker. Do a good job of getting to this defensive end, but we're not actually able to make the block. And then we're not able to make the block here. Well, we are able to make the block, but since we don't have these other 2 blocks, normally what happens is the quarterback would run through this area right here. And so there's really nowhere for him to run right now. So now we're 2nd 9. What's going to happen here? Behind schedule. All right. This is going to be another one of those counter traps. So we're doing a counter play. It ends up being a trap. We'll see what happens. Both these guys go to the outside because he's trying to jam that tackle right here. Tackle gets through, ends up actually making it to the Mike linebacker, so that's good. And Shamar right here, he's doing this a little better. He's actually hitting his guy and driving it out. Leaves that little alley right there. Same thing happens. It may be a potential if we're able to take this guy out a little bit more of the play. It could have went further because we are getting a hand on this guy. But we end up making 9 yards. So not too bad. So we're lined up in our tight set where the wide receivers line up right here on each end right here. If you look, we got the Olive Duke is right here in the center. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on line. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. We'll go ahead and start this play. And it's just going to be like a QB follows what looks like it's supposed to be. These 2 guys are shooting hard, and we don't pick up either one of them. So, they both come through. I mean, I'm not sure who's supposed to be getting who, but obviously this is a a missed assignment right there. But JT, even with the missed assignment and with a direct hit right there, is still able to get through and keep it from being much of a loss. So it's 4th and 1. So it's close enough for a QB sneak, and that's what happens. We just do a QB sneak right there. He gets across the first down line. All right. This guy is going to shoot the gap right here. It's coming up right here. You can tell since we didn't hike the ball, it does slow him down. It does give us a chance for this guy to see it's going to happen. And he definitely gets a hat on him. Ends up being a rocket toss. I'm glad to see the rocket toss in the game, since they're crashing down hard in this area right here. So they're trying to stop the dive, and they're trying to stop the quarterback right in here. So if we can get on the outside on the edge quick, maybe we can trap them in this particular area. So right here, sealing off the edge right here, this guy does a great job. This is a good block, but he does a great job defeating the block and kind of gets over him. We've got a wide receiver coming in. Not quite able to win the battle here. If you remember, Smelters would definitely do some serious blockage right here last year, and we're trying to make a block here. But even with all that, not being perfect, we're getting in the way. We're actually getting to the right people and slowing them down. And so Snoddy's able to find a seam right there. One thing you note, Snoddy doesn't slow down. He's not looking. He makes a decision and he goes, and he ends up making some great yards. 2nd and 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the box. I don't know if you want to count him as well. Going to be another rocket toss. So we'll see how we block on the inside right there. So we do block. This one, he totally doesn't see this guy coming, so we could have laid him out if that was possible. Got a great block by Aaron Joe right here, sealing the edge. Taekwon has a difficulty right here because of where this guy is at, so it's hard for him to get around. So he's off balance, and he's not able to put his hat on the guy. So he ends up making the tackle. We get 3 yards, 3rd and 1. And this is just going to be a QB sneak again, is what happens. And the backside almost gets him, but we're able to lay a hat on him and sneak through there somehow. Not sure how he got through, but he did. 1st down. All right, so this is going to be a pass play. So definitely everybody's running in, so the pass play should be open. Again, the same thing happens. This is a Lynch doing the same thing he did earlier, and he should be open back here. If you threw the ball right here, but what ends up happening is the ball ends up being thrown out here. So we're not quite in the realm of play. Of course, Thomas would have to do a lot of, because he's throwing the ball here, so he's going to have to trust that that he'll get there and that the other guy won't, because it has to develop while the ball is completely in the air. There's not enough time. Trey Braun does take a serious blow right here to his leg. It'll show it. I tell you, these guys take a beating day in and day out. They're sore. They're tired. They work hard. They go to school full time, and they're true student athletes. And these guys deserve some respect for what they do. And if you look right here, he just takes a good blow to the leg. And Trey, I hope you heal up and get better. All right, 2nd and goal. We're also basically have a missed block right here. We know what we got to do. It doesn't happen. I mean, this guy times the snap. I mean, I'm just looking at when people are moving, times the snap so well, gets back through there, and ends up stopping the play from happening. So here we are again, 3rd and goal. It's going to be a pass play, and it looks like everybody has picked up somebody. Thomas is looking. Pocket's starting to come apart. And he throws it. It's better to look at this play from the backside. We'll watch the replay real quick. And see right here, if you look, Snotty, I think, is open. Possibly right here, but you're going to have to throw over this guy right here. That lane is probably blocked. Plus, we have another guy who's picking him up right here. But if you look right here, we have two guys coming. I'm trying to figure out. It looks like he's looking this way. So he's throwing back to the center. Either of these guys, though, could probably have caught this ball because they're both in line. But looks like, who's the guy who actually catches the ball? I forgot who caught the ball in this particular one. June. June caught the ball. Great catch by June. All right, so I'm going to end this series right here. Appreciate you watching. Again, hard-fought game. I'll finish off the second series. You can see some of the difficulties we had to face with people jumping the gap. We also, if you get to the mesh before we're finished the mesh, that makes things so very difficult. That was one of the big things, just being able to do that. And you can see that we can do it. Chamberlain got 2 of them, did pretty well. And even if we just get to the right people and impede them, we don't have to have a perfect block. We can make our 3.5, 4 yards, but we have to get to the right person. Hard-fought game. I can't wait to do second series. I can't wait to do the next game that we win. So